Hey Kraken peeps, Sean Rizzo here. We're gonna do something a little different today. We thought we'd take you on a quick tour of the shop, show you a bunch of the projects we're working on, and talk a little bit about each of them. So let's get into it. Hey guys, all right, so we're gonna do just kind of a really quick tour of the shop, broad overview of some of the cars we're working on here, give you an idea of kind of the different things that we do and some of the cool stuff we've got going on in the shop right now. This is a 1987 Chrysler Conquest. A lot of people know this car as the Mitsubishi Starion. This one is pretty special though. It's got 19,000 original miles on it. This car is like a time capsule. This car came to us already built, so we did not build the motor or do any of the fab on this car. But the place that built it got a couple of things wrong. The tuning on the car was a hot mess. The wiring wasn't quite right, so we had to rewire some things. We had to get the injectors working properly. They were not firing in the correct order, get the timing right. And now we're working on getting the optical sensor for the crank to work properly so that we can get this thing tuned. Should be a 350-ish horsepower car once it's done. It's got a good sized turbo on it, fully built motor. So the guys that did the original work really did a good job. It's super clean and the motor seems to run really well. It was just some fine details that didn't quite get worked out towards the end of the build. But we are working on it with the guys over at MotoCam 360. Shout out to them. Thank you guys for all of your help with this car. And we're gonna get this thing tuned up hopefully here in the next couple of weeks once we get the new optical sensor installed or repaired and see what kind of power this thing can make. All right guys, so really exciting news. My GTR is finally back in the shop after 10 months, 11 months, almost a year of being down. We are finally getting this car back together, getting it running again. I miss her so much. I love this car with every fiber of my being, and I'm really excited to have it back. So about 11 months ago, one of the ceramic turbos broke, and I thought I had tanked my motor, because those of you with GTRs know that when the ceramic turbo goes, it can be catastrophic. Thankfully, I got very lucky, and only the exhaust side of the turbo broke. So the exhaust wheel came apart, went out through the exhaust and damaged the exhaust. The baffles in the exhaust are all chewed up, so we're replacing that. But other than that, no damage. The turbine wheel was completely intact. It did not break, no chips, no cracks, no nothing. So the motor is fine, thankfully. So we're doing a set of Garrett 09 turbos on this thing. We're doing a full Haltech setup, flex fuel, a bunch of repairs. So we're fixing the Altezza system. We're properly deleting the HICUS on this car. This car was deleted with just cutting the lines at the back and looping them and then putting in a bar, which I hate. It's not the right way to delete HICUS in these cars. So we're gonna do a full HICUS, complete HICUS delete in it. We're doing a mil-spec wiring harness from Wiring Solutions. Shout out to those guys. Thank you guys so much for helping with this car, helping us get that wiring sorted out. Drive-by-wire. We're doing an intake manifold, so bunch of titanium on the car. You know, guys know how I like titanium. So yeah, really exciting. Should be about 500 horsepower. I'm not going crazy with it. I'm sticking with the twins, and I'm hoping to make right at 500 wheel, maybe a hair more on E85, and then probably 4 something on pump gas. Just keep it nice and tame. Quick enough street car, fun to drive, but I don't want to ruin this car, so we're not going crazy with it. But Since the car will be done, that means we get to go back to GTR Fest this year. Super excited. I love that event. But yeah, so she's back. Hopefully it'll be done by my birthday. That's my goal. Give myself a little birthday present. So I'm very, very, very excited to have this car back. So, apologize, the car is a little dirty. This car has been here for a hot minute. One of the reasons that it's been here for a hot minute is because this is probably one of the most uncommon JDM cars that we have ever worked on. I don't want to say it's rare because they did make quite a few of them. They're just not very common here in the States. Not a lot of people know about this car, and not a lot of people import them, so we just don't see very. This is actually the first one that I had ever seen in person when the customer brought this car to us. This is a Mitsubishi Legnum VR4. So it's based on the Galant loosely, and it is a twin turbo V6. This one actually has a manual transmission, has a 5-speed in it. It's all-wheel drive. It's like a big Evo. It drives so awesome. We've done a clutch on this car. We've done some brake upgrades, some fueling stuff. We are currently waiting on new rear control arms because the rear control arm bushings on this car are trashed. They're literally being made. They're coming out of the Ukraine. We have been waiting for them for about 2.5 months at this point. So the car has been here a minute. Everything else in the car is done. We're just waiting on those last couple of pieces to get this thing right. Weird thing about this car, it shares a rear suspension with the 3rd generation Eclipse or 2nd generation Eclipse, which is odd. Unfortunately, the only part of the rear suspension that is different from the Eclipse are in fact the 2 control arms that we need to fix this car. This was the only car Mitsubishi made ever with those control arms on it. Which makes them incredibly, incredibly difficult to find. However, we do have a really great company out of the Ukraine that can make us parts like that and get us some of those parts that you can't find other places. It does take a long time to get that done, but it's going to get this car right again, get it back on the road, and get this really rare beauty up and running again. Hopefully, we're going to see this car in the future. He has some plans for some other modifications to it, some tuning, put some real power to this thing and see what it does. And I'm super, super excited. This is a beautiful car. It is super fun. If you've never heard of one, go check them out. Go look it up. I'd love to see a lot more of these in the States. So Mitsubishi Legnum. All right, guys, so another Subaru in the shop. This car is a really, really big build that we're doing. The customer wanted a really good kind of street car, but wanted to make 700-ish horsepower out of this thing, a really reliable, just good driving, fast street car. So we put together a good package for him. 6068 precision turbocharger with the ETS kit, ETS front mount, ETS rotated kit. It's got our built 650 block in it, which is our closed deck block, full stage 3 heads, cams, valve springs, titanium retainers. We didn't do valves in this one. We left the stock valves in it. Well, we left the stock size valves. We put SuperTech valves in it, but we didn't do oversized valves on it. Big fuel system from Radium and ID injectors. This thing is going to be sick. Fully catted air pumps. All the emissions equipment is staying on this car, so it's going to be 100% street legal. We are catting it with Jesse 850 horsepower catalytic converter. We're plumbing the wastegate back into the back into the exhaust pipe, so it is 100% legal. He can get it inspected and enjoy this thing for years and years and years to come. This is going to be a really, really cool car when it's finished, if Chris ever gets around to finishing it.
Got him!
All right, guys, so up next we've got an Evo X. This is Rome's car, for those of you who know Mr. Rome. Super great guy. Me and Mike Johnston have been working on this car for a hot minute. There was a lot to do on it. We did a full Haltech install. We did the exhaust pressure sensor. We swapped the turbo, some new intercooler stuff, some new intake. rerouted a bunch of lines, redid all the wiring in the car, added removed a bunch of gauges inside the car that we didn't need anymore. So this is going to be a pretty big car. We're hoping for around 900 horsepower out of this thing, 900 horsepower out of this thing. It's been a really, really fun build. All we have left to do on it, I think, is wire the pressure sensor into the Haltech. And then I think there's another sensor that we need to get wired up. So just a little bit of wiring left on this car, and then we'll get Mr. Chris Hoover out here or get him on the line to tune this thing. And hopefully she makes some really, really good power. I know Rome is super excited for it. We are also super excited for this car to be out and running around. So yeah, this will be our second big Evo X that we've built. Project 626, Mike's Evo, the stitch wrap on it, was the first one. Mike Johnston has been an incredible friend and partner, helping us with these Evo cars, helping us learn, helping us grow, and just enjoying working with us on these cars and making them the best that they can be. So really excited about this one. Can't wait to hear this thing fire up and go. So we'll keep you posted. We'll have dyno videos of this car, hopefully up in the next couple of weeks. All right, guys, so up next, we've got another JDM car, a Nissan Cedric. This is a really, really cool car. This thing is a joy to drive. It is beautiful. It drives like a cloud. It's quiet. It's quick. It's just a really, really fun car to drive. This one came to us. The customer wanted an exhaust system, so we actually fabricated with our fabrication partners a full custom stainless exhaust for this thing. It sounds incredible. I would fire it up, but as you can see, Tyler is in the agonizing process of replacing the cross-member bushing in the differential, which is probably one of the most difficult things that we've ever done on a car. like ever. The old bushing has to be coerced out. It has to be cut and melted and beat and hammered on, and it usually takes an hour plus 2 hours to get the old bushing out. And then the new bushing, which is all polyurethane, has to be pressed in, and it is a very, very, very tight fit. So it requires a lot of force to press that in. A lot of times people will take the subframe out of the car to do it, so you can put it on the press and press that bushing in with the hydraulic press. We didn't do that because we didn't think we would need to, and now I think both me and Tyler are regretting that decision. But he's getting it done, and as soon as those bushings are replaced, this sucker's going home, and the customer's going to love it. It sounds great, it looks great, drives great. I very much love this car. Hey, look, it's a K-Series in an S2000.
Yeah.
Not uncommon. We've done a few of these in the past. This one came to us as a kit with a pre-made wiring harness, ECU, engine. It kind of all came together. And I'm not usually a big fan of kits because they very rarely fit the way that they're supposed to. But this one's been really, really good. Everything has gone together properly, and we haven't had any issues with it so far. So this is a Type R K-Series. It should make a little more power than the stock motor in this car did, not a ton. He does plan on turbocharging it at some point. I don't think we're doing that now. I think we're going to get the motor running, get some maintenance done on the car, some suspension stuff, check the brakes, all that kind of stuff, and then he'll come back at some point and we'll put the turbo kit on it. But really fun project. We haven't done a K-swap in probably a year or so, so it's nice to have one in the shop. I love these cars. I love these motors. They're super easy to work on. They're super easy to deal with. It's kind of a no-brainer project in terms of just everything fits the way that it's supposed to. So should be a really fun little driver. I can't wait to turbocharge this thing. Turbocharged S2000s are by far one of my favorite cars to drive ever, except maybe the GTRs, the R32 and R33 GTRs. This is probably a close second to that. So really excited to get this car done. Happy to be working on some Hondas again. And yeah, we'll get this one on the dyno and get videos to you as soon as we can. All right, last but not least, guys, a quick update on the Rataroo. It doesn't look like we have done anything to this car in the past year, and we haven't done a lot to it. We've been doing a lot behind the scenes. We got all the suspension done. and every bit of the suspension is now powder coated and it has been returned to us. So hopefully in the next few weeks, this car will once again be a rolling chassis. We will then cut the front end for the clearance on the front wheels. Hopefully my buddy Jesse over at Jesse's Performance is gonna come over and help us tackle that. He's done it numerous times on a bunch of different cars. So he's gonna kind of help us navigate that a little bit. We have our fab area set up, so we are doing light fabrication in-house now. Pipes and bungs and just little stuff. All the big stuff, roll cages, like really big fabrication projects, we're still outsourcing to our fabrication partners. But we are able to do a little bit more, and we're able to work on the Rataroo in-house now, because we really want to do everything on this car ourselves. We haven't outsourced anything on this car quite yet. Jesse over at Jesse's Performance did help us design the wide body kit and get it started. Again, thank you, Jesse. You're an awesome guy, and I really appreciate you. But hopefully this thing will be a rolling chassis here in the next few weeks. And then once we've got it on its wheels and on the ground, we can start mocking up the engine, the dry sump system, all the crazy stuff we're doing under the hood of this car. Ryan over at P2P Racing has built an incredible motor for this thing that is different from anything we've done before. It's a lot of new technology that Ryan has been developing over the past couple of years that are going into this new motor. We'll tell you more about that later once Ryan's ready to kind of let the cats out of the bag there. But good stuff coming. Hopefully by the end of this year, for next season, this will be a running, driving, working car. We can start drifting it and dragging it and doing all kinds of crazy nutso stuff with it like it was designed for. So there are some progress on the Rataroo, even though it doesn't look like there has been any. There has. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate you sticking with us and checking out the video. We'll try to do more of these update videos as things go along. I know you guys kind of like to get a broad view of what's going on in the shop, so I'll try to do a little bit more of this going forward. And yeah, just thanks for everything you guys have done for us and everything you do. And I'm out. Peace.